Okay, so BBC News World recently shared this about South Africa, saying South Africa rejects a megaphone diplomacy with US. Okay, hi, my name is Vidashi. This is the African Time. Are you ready? Do you miss me? Well, I'm here for you, okay? Well, this is something that was shared by the BBC, saying the South African government has rejected a megaphone diplomacy with the US, and people are talking. What are they saying? Well, see this. This one says South Africa did a good job by rejecting megaphone diplomacy with the US. Again, this one also says good. Trump wants everyone to believe he's world president and the captain of the world. Okay. And then this one also says, the day he didn't know Lesotho, that is when I lost respect for Trump. Sometimes power can make someone go crazy. Look at the owner of this platform because he's gone crazy and puts lies about what is happening in South Africa. And lastly, this one asks, what is a megaphone diplomacy? Hi. Okay, so this is what is happening here. It's believed that the presidency of South Africa has rejected a megaphone diplomacy with the USA. And then people are actually agreeing to the fact that that is good, that they have actually stopped that. Because one is saying, see how Trump have been policing the world, behaving that he is the king of the world. They actually don't believe that. They don't like that. Again, and someone is also saying that the same way that one person is also being acting crazy on the X app. You know who that person is. Well, I'm not going to be the one to say, but you should first of all research and know who owns the X app first. Okay, that's how you go. But the question the last person asks is, what is a megaphone diplomacy? Well, a megaphone diplomacy is if negotiations between countries or parties are held through press releases and announcements. This is a megaphone diplomacy, aiming to force the other party into adopting a desired position. Well, if you actually want to know an example of a megaphone diplomacy, just go and watch Donald Trump and then the Ukrainian President Zelensky meeting recently at the White House. That is what they call a megaphone diplomacy. They were actually on a live version, a live meeting, a live meeting, and then they were actually bullying him. When I say bullying, they're actually making sure that he actually does what they want. That is what is called a megaphone diplomacy. So the United States urges or wanted South Africa to also be there. That is His Excellency Ramaphosa. But South Africa said, no, we aren't doing that one. Now we are not interested. Well, actually, I'm an African, and I'm actually happy that doesn't happen, because you all know how Trump behaves. That one, I'm sure if the president of South Africa is being called and he actually agrees to go, Elon Musk will have been personally be there too, and that was going to be crazy. It was going to be, I think someone might actually throw a punch there, because how Elon Musk and then Trump are going to do, one person will throw a punch at that meeting for sure. That someone will actually throw a punch. Well, let's actually see what the BBC are actually talking about here. Let's see how South Africa actually got to decline this. Okay, so they says take part in counterproductive megaphone diplomacy. Following a fresh social media post by US President Donald Trump repeating his claim that Pretoria was confiscating land. Trump extended his invitation to relocate those seeking to flee, that is South Africa, for reasons of safety, to all farmers and offered them citizenship. South Africa has previously said that Trump has misunderstood the country's new Land Expropriation Act, but it has already led to the US president freezing financial aid to the country. Well, that's so true. So responding to the latest statement, the government said that South Africa was still committed to building a mutually beneficial trade, political and diplomatic relationship with the Trump administration. A spokesperson added that the relationship between both countries should be based on mutual respect. South Africa's new land law was signed in January and allows land seizure without compensation in certain circumstances. In this executive order last month that stopped aid to South Africa, Trump alleged that there was discrimination against the white Afrikaner minority, descendants of the Dutch and French settlers. The US president said that their land was being seized without compensation, something the South African government denies. He also offered refugee status to Afrikaner farmers, despite vowing to crack down on immigration. On Friday, Trump said any farmer, not just Afrikaner, once could relocate to the US. Okay, so basically this is where the whole issue is actually coming from. It's coming from the Expropriation Land Act that was actually signed into to being by the South African government on somewhere January, and then Trump and then Elon Musk have been taking side of the minority, saying that South Africa's government is being discriminative and also being racist to the minority of French and white Dutch descendants, being the Afrikaners. Okay, so that is where this whole issue is coming from, and that have led the presidency of South Africa have denied any megaphone diplomacy with the US President, His Excellency Donald Trump. So things are getting more interested in heat up. If anything happens, I'll be so glad to be here to share with you what's happening, and then you guys can actually notice what the world is actually moving to. The name is Vidashi. This is African Time. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned for more African updates about concerning our continent. See you guys around.